All right, YouTubers, it's November, what, 10th? I don't know, 2015, and what we're going to do, we're installing a unique hive stand today. This is the 5th generation hive stand that I've built. It's probably not for everybody, but if you're in a situation where you have ground that is unlevel, you're on the side of a hill, side of a mountain, and you want to mount a hive stand on there, the traditional stands are a little bit awkward because you're going to use a lot of bricks trying to level it up. The idea behind this stand here, it's made with 4x4 rough sawn lumber. It's treated with Wood Life Classic as a preservative and also insect repellent. The purpose here is we're going to dig these holes in here. We've already marked it off on the ground, and we're going to dig them down probably about anywhere from 1.5 feet to 20 inches or so, and we're going to make the height of this such that it's easy for the beekeeper to remove hive bodies and honey supers. So the problem here is we're about 4 or 5 inches difference between the front and back, and also front to side. So digging the post holes is probably a good idea. It'll have another advantage too, in that once you put your hive bodies on here, and this thing is mounted in the ground probably up to that level, you can put a ratchet strap around it in case you have high windstorms in your area. So anyway, that's it for now. We'll update you when we get the holes dug. Okay. All right, we got the holes dug finally, and we leveled the hive stand up so it is level left and right, and we got a slight slope going forward, about an 1/8 inch per foot. So for drainage, in case you use a solid bottom board. And as you can see, the holes are all different sizes, of course, because the ground's not level here. We're going to backfill this with dirt and pack it down really good, and give it a try and see how it works out for her. And hopefully it's going to be a much better stand than using just these cinder blocks like we had before, which are like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Okay, that's it. Okay, we got the dirt packed in pretty good around all four. The front's obviously lower in the ground than the rear. That's the reason we did this type of stand, which is unique. And we're going to put these cedar plank boards across the top here and screw them in. This will provide us a nice level surface, and cedar is naturally rot resistant, so it should work out pretty good. And we're going to screw these down with some wood screws, and move that hive over here, and we'll be good to go. Okay, that's it. All right, here's the completed project. We have the hive stand buried in the ground, pretty much, I guess, about 20 inches here. We have the cedar boards on there, we have the hive stand, and we have 2 deep hive bodies. So even though the 10 frame hive bodies get fairly heavy, especially when they're full of honey, it's just a dead lift off, and then bring it around and set it down on the hive stand, another portable stand. So it should be much more convenient. You want to keep the hive stands conducive to your physique. And we also made it such that you can slide your feet underneath here, so you can get right next to the hive to do a dead lift. You don't want to be picking these things up with your arms. They're too heavy to do that. So anyway, that's a good way to try to conserve your back. Lift with your legs, and try to just do dead lifts right off the hive stand. This hive stand is really strong. It's going to stay in there forever. You can also, like I said before, there's space underneath here that you can run a hive strap all the way through, loop it around with one of the ratchet straps, and you could tie this thing down to survive any windstorm. It would have to pull this thing out of the ground then in order to get it up. So anyway, that's a little tip on how to make a heavy duty hive stand.